So this is an urgent update for all of my UK holders and maybe US holders as well if you own cryptocurrency and you bank with any of these one institutions. Banks essentially don't want you to hold crypto, and I'm going to be showing you not only a list of all of the banks that you shouldn't be holding cryptocurrency with, but also a list of the crypto friendly banks so you know that you can trade your cryptocurrency freely. But first, we're going to take a look at two articles that we currently have that are essentially getting rid of cryptocurrency or placing restrictions. Now, both of these banks are JP Morgan and Santander, and these are the two banks that I would say you should definitely take off of your list when it comes to cryptocurrency. So you'll see over here that JP Morgan's UK digital bank is now blocking customers from buying crypto. Guys, it couldn't just get any worse. They are now essentially dictating what we can and can't do with our money, and it's very unfortunate to see. So this was announced on the 16th of October, and JP Morgan said that customers would no longer be able to make crypto transactions via debit card or by outgoing bank transfer, and it is the digital bank Chase. And so if you do bank with them, this is a very urgent notice that you basically can't even make any sort of transactions at all because they are not allowing you to do it through your debit card or the transfer in general, and JP Morgan Chase is definitely one to get rid of. We also have Santander as well. Quite a few people have been saying that they have been having some problems with Santander. I mean, let me know down in the comments below which banks that you have been having problems with when it comes to cryptocurrency transactions. I know that personally I have been having problems with both Santander and with Barclays as well, and these are the limits that they are now putting on your payments. So you'll see over here that the limit per transaction is £1,000 that they have now done. And say for example you want to place £4,000 or £5,000 in one single transaction in a cryptocurrency trade, well, you can't do that because they're only doing up to 1k of a limit, which is a bit silly because let's say you want to buy the likes of Solana, which is roughly around about over $100 now. You will only be able to buy 10 tokens of Solana, and you'll have to keep doing it in £1,000 per transactions, and so it just takes more time. But I'm not quite sure that if you were to do it, let's say for example 5 or 6 times per 1,000, then they may flag up your account. I'm not quite sure on that, but it's just a potential scenario. But then again, what they do to get around this is that you can only do a total of £3,000 in any rolling 30-day period, and so you can't go over that limit. It has to be £3,000 in essentially 1 month. If you times that by 12, that is £36,000 that they're basically putting on your cryptocurrency limit. Now, whilst that might be quite a lot of money for some, other people may have more money to invest in cryptocurrency and may want to invest 50k or 100k, and now they essentially won't be able to. And what it goes to show is that the banks are making people lose money because instead of them being able to invest in cryptocurrency, they now have to hold on to a wad of cash just sitting in the bank because it won't allow them to invest into crypto any more than 3k in 1 month. And so the second bank to avoid banking with is Santander. Now let's first have a look at the list of all of the UK banks that are banning crypto. There's quite a few of them. It is a bit shocking, and to be honest with you, quite frustrating that we have this in 2023 with these banks. And so the first bank that we have is NatWest. So NatWest will not accept and will terminate its business relationship with any UK business receiving or thinking of accepting crypto as a form of payment. This is a shocker because again, I thought we are meant to be modern and that UK businesses should be able to accept cryptocurrency. And they also said that personal banking customers like you and I, that they will conduct extra financial crime checks on those who want to get into cryptocurrencies, and Binance transfers have been strictly prohibited. And so I would say definitely avoid NatWest. Despite them saying that personal banking customers can still essentially trade cryptocurrency, they're going to conduct checks on your account, and that is definitely what we don't want. And now we have Barclays, that is the second bank to avoid, and it stated that it's currently blocking transactions to certain exchanges, but we're not quite sure which exchanges that they are blocking. Currently it's only Binance and Swissberg, but I do know with Barclays, when it comes to crypto.com, it does seem compatible and it seems okay. They haven't blocked it from that exchange, but I'm not quite sure about any other exchanges. And so Barclays is one of those banks where it's pretty much in the middle, and it depends which exchange you conduct your crypto trades on. The next one that we have is TSB, and they basically said that they're banning all of their customers from transferring payments to all crypto exchanges, including Binance and Kraken. And so I would recommend you to not even bank with TSB because they are not allowing you to trade crypto. And the next bank we have on the list is Starling Bank. Now, I didn't think that Starling Bank would make it on the list. I thought that because it's digital banking that it would be pretty modern, and you'd think that they would actually be in support of crypto, but it seems like it isn't. Now, they said that they decided to just suspend all payments to crypto exchanges, and they no longer support the buying and selling of cryptocurrencies by debit card, bank transfer, or by bank transfer in other currencies. And so with Starling Bank, they're not allowing any other sort of alternative routes or a way around it. And so Sterling Bank is another on the list to avoid. And then we have Lloyds. The Lloyds Bank has now placed a ban on buying all cryptocurrencies on its credit card, but the bank does continue to assess other types of payments on a case-by-case basis, and it also extends to Halifax and the Bank of Scotland. And so as we know, there are all connections between Lloyds, Halifax and Bank of Scotland because they are all owned by one. Now it only says that they've placed a ban on the credit card, but it doesn't mention the debit card. However, they will be investigating your cryptocurrency trades and your payments on your debit card. I'm assuming that it could be to do with how much that you actually purchase, but again, Lloyds is a bit iffy on that one, and so I personally wouldn't bank with them. Now we have HSBC. HSBC is strictly prohibiting customers from sending or receiving money from any crypto exchange, and they have also recently stopped allowing customers using HSBC credit cards to fund their accounts. HSBC is definitely a big no-no on this one, as it extends to all cryptocurrency exchanges that they're putting a place on. And then we have Metro Bank. Metro Bank is also not doing business with any company accepting cryptocurrencies, and it's also going to look into personal accounts with a high volume of transactions from and to crypto exchanges. And so if you are somebody that trades cryptocurrency on a regular, daily or even weekly basis, I would definitely say to avoid Metro Bank so you can avoid them from looking at your accounts. And so now I'm going to be showing you a list of all of the crypto friendly banks. And so the first bank that we have is the Royal Bank of Scotland, and it says over here that a lot of customers have reported that they haven't had any sort of issues when dealing with cryptocurrency transactions, and you're free to use your credit or debit cards as well, and you can also use any exchange, and so that gives you a lot of freedom to use any sort of payment in terms of your card, and you can go with any exchanges. Another bank that we have is one that I actually haven't heard, but it's called X-Ace, and they were actually created as a crypto bank, a Bitcoin friendly bank and a gaming friendly bank, so it seems like as if they are very forward in terms of the cryptocurrency space. And it says that they have become one of the leading choices available for those in gaming or crypto, and they also support chaps and backs payments too. The second bank we have is Orlando, and they basically brand its service as being crypto friendly, and they are also extending that out to crypto businesses in the UK that can accept and process customer deposits. The third bank that we have is Kasha, and Kasha are saying that they are the biggest crypto friendly challenger bank in the UK, and they serve clients globally as well, and they offer a personal or business current account and crypto wallet with access to over 70 currencies. And these three banks that I've just listed, Kasha, Orlando and Ace, are banks that I have never heard of before, but they are digital banks, so do make sure you do research on them just so you know that your investment is safe. Now, one of the banks that I will say that I know of that is very popular and crypto friendly is Revolut, and a lot of people know it for allowing both individuals and businesses to deal with cryptocurrencies using their bank accounts as well. And you can see over here that they have a large customer base with 2 million customers, and I think that Revolut is definitely one of the most crypto friendly banks that I would personally go for out of all of the list of the other crypto friendly banks. And let me know down in the comments below which banks you are thinking to switch to, or which banks that you haven't found any sort of problems with when it comes to placing cryptocurrency trades.